Hello, 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 and welcome back to the African tour. We are here in Melilla, the Spanish enclave in northern Africa, basically completely surrounded by Morocco. Yesterday we were flying from Madrid to Gibraltar and from Gibraltar here to Melilla. Do you ram? No, you don't ram. And today, it is Sunday the 23rd of August. Before sundown, so it is now 3 hours or 2.5 hours before sundown, we will fly over the high Atlas Mountains to the southwest. Let me just use that. All over those mountains, big mountain path here, to Kwarazate, near this wonderful lake. Why did I choose that airport? Randomly. I just looked on Google Maps a while ago when I planned this tour for an airport somewhere here that is not too far away on my way to the coast and just behind the mountains. And then of course my eye locked onto these lakes and rivers here. So this is where we're going now today. It's about 2 hours flight, and yeah, over these mountains you see we have quite a mountain pass. We will go very high, and we will probably use the full height ceiling of this aircraft, which is 20,000 feet, and I think the highest mountain there is somewhere around 17 or 18,000 feet. So this will be quite interesting. I'm looking forward to that. We will arrive just before sundown. This time I promise, I just looked it up, not like our second leg where I ended up in the dark. I hope so. We should have enough fuel to go somewhere else just in case. Well, it isn't unheard of, right? So let's see. I'm starting flight preparations in a moment, and then I will take you with me into the air. Alright, startup sequence. Avionics master, everything on. This time I put the lights on, as I should. Fuel. Safety here. Okay, right engine on. Come on. No, that didn't work. Fuel pump. Okay, that works. On. Yes. Both run smooth. Both work. Okay, I can switch off the fuel pumps. I'm resetting my seat position. And time, sorry for the wobble. Time to call Maya ground. We're going south.
Melilla ground, Starling 05 ready to taxi south departure. Starling 05 taxi to and hold short of runway 15 using taxiway. Contact tower on 119.525 when ready. Taxiing hold short runway 15 using taxiway Starling 05.
Okay. Oops. Parking brakes off. Oh, the engine sound is so much nicer with the... What is the warning here? Low voltage. Oh, yes. Let's see, I forgot that. No, come on. Put the generators on. Yeah, I learned to do that here once before I flew to Wales from where I started this whole tour. I had a bit of a sightseeing tour in the wonderful English countryside called the Peak District, and I was sightseeing the Dovedale just to suddenly have no avionics and be a bit cold in the air, and that was a bit scary, and I forgot to switch that on. Alright, let us go off.
Melilla Tower Starling 05 at runway 15 ready for takeoff south departure. Starling 05 cleared for takeoff runway 15 departure to the south approved.
Flaps are out. Okay, let's go. I mean, I haven't switched on I haven't switched on any failures, so there shouldn't be any mechanical failure with that plane. And then of course I forgot to set up the autopilot. Hey, yay, yay, yay. Well, I hope that this slightly bumpy takeoff is not what is to come. 85, oh, come on, rotating. I have to admit, I had half a bottle of beer. I'm not sure if that is the cause for this, but I apologize. Thankfully, you are only a virtual passenger, so no worries. Flaps in.
Starling 05, continue for south departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Okay, getting some speed. All right.
Starling 05, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Alright, doing that.
Melia Tower, Starling 05, frequency change.
Whoa, lag.
Casablanca Center, Starling 05 is type Diamond to 62 3 miles southeast of Melia. Request flight following.
Starling 05, Casablanca Center. Squawk 0602.
Squawk 0602, Starling 05.
Starling 05, radar contact 3 miles south of Melia, 1,700 feet. Altimeter 29.96.
Copy, Starling 05.
I'm flying us out manually at the moment around these wonderful mountains. Look at these flanks, it just looks fantastic. I promised you hear the words interesting and fantastic quite often, so this is fantastic. I just love it. It's absolutely fantastic. And I'm this is medium quality. Sorry for the mouse cursor. This is medium quality on this computer, and I saw in some of the preview videos that medium quality versus whoa. See, that is the wind, the heated air, and the wind turbulence is basically coming from the mountain. We have once more the wind is coming from the Atlantic, so we have to fight against the wind, which is a bit bad. But down here it's just 5 knots. I bet when we go up we will have more to do with it. Okay, I'm switching on the autopilot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, easy. Nav mode is on. Altitude. So he's on altitude and nav mode. Am I? Just double check. Altitude. Okay. So I'm setting it up for, let's say 4,000. With a rather light climb rate, and we go down to cruise. I want about 6 gallons per hour. You see here. Oh, it's roughly here. Okay. Taxi light off. Okay, the airplane is now flown by the autopilot, and in navigation mode it's getting us on this navigation line. Let me just use this is much better. Oh, come on. Let's go for 50 miles and center. Yeah, Control 3 lets you basically zoom on this airplane over there, and then it's much more stable. Stops from wobbling. But you see, this is over the mountains quite turbulent. We are on our way, and I will play around a bit with the altitude. Actually, I will bring us to a high altitude and see what our ground speed is. But we need to fly efficient because we have a flight of, well, more than 2 hours. This is the longest flight so far. 1 hour 36 at the moment, which is fine. Our endurance at this level is definitely that. But we will have to go at 18,000, 19,000 feet anyway, so, well, we could try that now. Let's see how that goes. I will call you, or we'll call you back, or get you back into cockpit a bit later when we are up there. Or if there's something nice to watch. Let's see. Let's have a final look at Morocco, near the coast. There's Madeira behind us. And now it comes. Very interesting. See you later. On our way to 18,000 feet, look at these formations, or these mountains and hills. It's just absolutely beautiful. Looks very nice from up here. I like the contrasts and the shadows and the light. It's really, really nice. It's just very, very beautiful. Let's look over the nose. Okay. We'll still have a good way to go to the High Atlas. So there is, I think, about an hour or so before we are there. So I'm at full power now. You see, maximum load, throttle is at 100%. The engine on the left, the engine is all in the green, so a good coolant temperature is where it is normally. Ground speed 152, which is what we have in cruise later on. Actually, we noticed that at 7.7 the wind from the front is almost 0. That is good. Let's see, we are going through all the layers of air now on our way to 18,000 feet. But we make a note that 8,000 is a good one at the moment. That is very good, and we see how it goes up. I will keep an eye on that, and then see on what air layer we can fly as efficient and as effective as possible. And I will get back to you a bit later. But for now, I'll leave you a bit of the landscape, and I shut up. Alright, this will be a relatively short flight. Real life got in the way, and I have to basically quit the flight very soon. There is an airfield close by, about 40 miles away from now, and I will make a stop there if I still can. Otherwise I have to redo the whole flight, but we will see. Maybe it's possible. I was right earlier on that the 8,000 meters, 8,000 feet air layer is exactly the right one. Well, that doesn't matter now, but if I make it to this airfield there, I could take off from there after work tomorrow, which is not too bad, because it shaves off, well, half an hour of the journey, which should be enough in terms of daylight if I take off after work. Alright, I will keep you up to date. And again, thankfully you're not a real passenger. That must be quite annoying otherwise. Okay, we are 16 miles out of this small airfield. I just announced our position and that we are going for a full landing. That is about happening in about 5 minutes. Going there with 2,000 feet drop now. Let's call it an emergency stop. And I am going down very fast. What an adventure. See you later. Crashing down basically at the moment. Crossing 9,000 feet. It's quite turbulent. We're 8 miles out. I'm trying to see the airfield from here. It must be somewhere in front of us. It might be there on the right side of the road. The runway is 126, so 260 degrees, which is a bit right hand of us. So I'm not sure where the airfield is. Maybe you see it on the video now. I will find out soon. Alright, so let's go here. Let's decrease the range a bit. Okay, it's behind the river. Behind the river. There's the river. Oh yes, there it is. Okay, cool. Alright. We are going to use heading mode. I want my current heading. And I want heading south. Oh, I mean we need to make a round. We need to make a round. Taking off all power now. It's basically there. Yeah, okay. Alright. Autopilot off. Bleeding off some energy. Coming through 4,700. Four, 3. Yeah, and the combat flight simulators that I'm flying, mainly War Thunder. I have some experience in rather urgent landings, very often with half-functioning airplanes, so this shouldn't be a problem. Alright, come on. Don't be silly though. 3,000. I will weave a bit. Lose some speed. Flaps on first position. Gears out. Because this will cause some drag and will slow us down nicely. And I can take us in from this position. This is beautiful. I should announce final approach.
Golf Mike Foxtrot Zulu traffic Starling 05 is on final runway 26 to land.
Alright. Full flaps. 105 knots. Coming through 100. We have very light crosswind. Need to keep us level. A bit more engine power. Looking over. Whoa, 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 we're coming in too steep. Okay, good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that was... I was barely stopping it there. To plummet a bit too heftily in. Okay, we are down. Let's call that an emergency landing.
Golf Mike Foxtrot Zulu traffic Starling 05 is taxiing to runway 26. Golf Mike Foxtrot Zulu traffic Starling 05 is clear of the runway.
Oh, there's someone over there. Let's use this as a parking position then. Hello, mate. Thank you for waiting. Very kind of you. Not sure if that is the right parking position, but we are here now. Well, we can sort our emergency appropriately. Engine off. Avionics master off. Alright, now come on. That is being done. Lights off. Everything's secured. These boys off. And that's it. Master switch off. Well, that was not planned, but sometimes that happens. Let's imagine we will sort the passengers' emergency problem now, and we'll be on our way tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. That was a short video, that was a unplanned video, but hey, emergencies happen. That's life. See you later.